friends say, girl, you better take care, 'cause that man is trouble, you best beware. And though deep down I know I might be headed for teardrops, now that you got me started, I just can't stop. No, no, 'cause I love you, baby. I can't let you go, baby. I gotta tell you that I won't. I've been looking for love so true. When I was down and out, along came you. Though you might be a liar and a cheat too, I just can't quit you now 'cause I love you. Yes, I do. I can't let you go, baby. I can't let you go, baby. 'Cause I love you, I love you, I love you. No, no, no.
Hi, welcome to Freehand Diaries, episode 1. So, the drawings, the inspiration, let's have a look at what we got. This one I drew a couple of years ago. As you can see, there are many squigglies and weird shapes and lots of repeated patterns and lines and circles. So I want to take some inspiration from these and incorporate them into the back panel somehow, kind of like wrapping around the body I'm kind of seeing, and then yeah, a lot of just these like markings, like little speckles. Yes, I'll continue with that. I have a tattoo on my arm that says feeling to thought. I'd like to say I live my life very intuitively, following your gut, following your intuition. I kind of live with this belief system that while your brain, is essential for thinking and experiencing, the thinking can get in the way and overcomplicate decisions. I found a way of drawing that I really resonated with, that became the same process that I have ended up using for fiber arts. I would call it automatic drawing, where you're really making decisions as you go. A lot of my drawings, as you saw a few minutes ago, includes a lot of repetition and mark making and patterns. It's kind of a feeling of, I work in the state that I am in, whether it's, spirals or like a big collection of squiggly lines that create like a larger form, until I kind of get sick of doing it, and then it's like, okay, let's connect it up to a different type of mark making. I love the idea that if I go into something with an intention that's just enough to get me started, and then allow my mind to be like completely open to the fact that this could and should and hopefully will dramatically change by the end into something that I didn't plan, that has led me to here, where I'm trying to be a bit more intentional about my freehand explorations. So with this piece, I'm trying to find a way to use my yarn to imitate how I use my pen when I'm drawing on paper. And so I've started working with some duplicate knit stitching, and also working with intarsia for one of the panels. As the main sort of like details is crocheting a bunch of chains and then sewing them to the piece, to the panels. And I think that that is kind of working out to be the best technique to imitate ink drawing. I can move them into any shapes I like. At the moment they're turning out to be spirals and using them to kind of interact with the colours that are on the front panel, and then create some sort of like just formations. This kind of technique of prompting and visual cues, it's like putting a microscope on a technique, or putting a microscope on a zone of some sort. Setting yourself restrictions, it kind of lets you explore how far you can go within the limitations of that thing, or the small group of things that you've restricted yourself to. And I think it's a really nice intentional way of practicing new techniques and stuff, where nothing is set in stone and there are no rules still. There's just like restrictions, and yet exploring smaller spaces, if that makes sense. One of the best intentions to go into with these things is that I'm not here to make a masterpiece, or I'm not here to make my best work yet. I'm just here to make something. Not set yourself up with expectations, but set yourself up to, I might not like this, or this could turn out to be something really, really interesting. I really love this conversation. I think that there's so much value in this way of working, even if it's not how you work all the time. There's so much value in like putting your mind into this space with creativity and with art, to really just like learn more about yourself and learn more about your practice. It's something I'm really, really passionate about, and I just love to talk about it more. So if anyone watching this has any thoughts on this topic, or any questions about it, or opinions or whatever, like please comment and share, and we can have a conversation about it, because I could talk about it all day. Grab your medium of choice, whether it be paint or a musical instrument or a pen or yarn and knitting needles. Turn your brain off and start making something. Start with a line, start with a note, start with a neckline, and just make increases where you shouldn't, or change colours when you want to, put colours together that shouldn't work. See how weird you can get with it. And I promise you'll find something that you'll really, really love, and it will surprise you. And it's a very inspiring way to work. Okay. Signing off. Thank you for listening. Enjoy your making.
I can't let you go, baby. I just wanna tell you that. No. Yeah. All of my friends say, girl, you better take care, 'cause that man is trouble, you best beware. And though deep down, I know I might be headed for teardrops. Now that you got me started, I just can't stop. No.